I hate this chair so much. I gotta not move for the whole video. What's going on, guys? Kivox and Meekachii here. We're gonna start to try some new stuff. This is a little experiment that we're checking out. It's gonna be similar to our book wrap-ups, but kind of about shows or movies and stuff that we've recently watched. It'll be like old stuff too, like we watched Elf recently.
Randomly. That's not really random. We'll go into that, but yeah, I feel like we don't really watch a lot compared to some people.
No. Well,
like basically right when we're falling asleep. Yeah, time is a big factor, but like right when we're falling asleep, we'll usually put something on, and we decided that we'd like to talk about it and see what your guys' opinions are on some of these things, and we may have some guest people come on here for these videos every now and then, people that we know have watched certain shows and movies. So trying something new. It's
super cash. So if you're here for like a in-depth review and stuff like that, that's not what it's going to be. It's just going to be us
gushing or hating,
giving our opinion or ripping apart some shows that we desperately don't like. But now here's the thing, Meek. We got to start committing to, if a show is bad, we got to finish it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, we can't DNF shows. I feel like we DNF books.
Yeah, I guess we can DNF shows. I guess.
Because then if it really, there's one show we're going to talk about that I kind of wished I DNF.
Really?
I wish I kind of went through it. We'll talk about it.
Is it the one with like the Birdman?
What?
Is it the one with the Birdman?
Birdman.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away. So is it the one with the Birdman?
Yes, I think.
Okay, cool. There's a Birdman in it, right?
Sort of.
All right, cool. Also, there may be some like light spoilers here and there. So if we remember... Meek, I'm reminding you right now.
Oh, no.
You need to put the things at the bottom of this video.
Timestamps?
Timestamps of the things we're talking about, okay? So, like, we're going to talk about Elf. Put it here, okay? So that people know, like, oh, man, I never watched Elf. I better not watch this because they may spoil stuff.
It's 25 years old.
It is pretty old.
I don't really know how old it is.
Like, okay, so we'll start with Elf, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, so Elf is a super old movie, if you guys don't know. We were both alive when it came out, so it's not that old. I mean, we're pretty old, but I don't have like fond memories of it. And you had never watched it until like last week.
Okay, to be fair, I don't really like Will Ferrell stuff. I don't find him funny personally. Maybe it's just like the few things that I've seen him in, and I'm not a huge movie person to begin with. But he was never like an actor that I like went toward, like the stuff. I never like saw him in a movie and I was like, I have to watch that movie. I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
So basically how this came about is my coworker says I remind her of Elf, and my other coworker jumped in and he was like, oh my God, yes. And I'm like, well, why?
I would say I disagree though.
I know, because I even said to them later, I was like, so we watched Elf, and
when
do you
was
guys really think I'm really stupid or naive?
When was the last time you watched Elf? That's what you should have asked them. Like, what?
Because it was like, he's so like naive and innocent, and like kind of they portray him as like dumb. Yeah. So I feel like, well, what do you think
he's childish,
of me?
Right? It's like once he figures it out, like he's very skilled though, because like crafting. Yeah. And you are not.
No. So in their defense, they claimed that it was because of my diet, because he loves sugar and I love sugar, and I will like drop everything and have sugar if I can for any meal. So
you're telling me that your coworkers found one similarity.
Yes. And apparently
we're like, oh, you're Will Ferrell from Elf. That's the end of it.
Basically. So there were a few things in the movie that I wrote down. For example, like getting nervous like before getting on an escalator. Like that's me. Like I can't get on an escalator.
I must remember. So like here's the thing. I don't think the movie's bad at all.
No, it was okay.
It's definitely, I could see it definitely being like a classic, like becoming a classic holiday movie. Because
really?
Because it's not like okay, so take what's the one with the you'll shoot your eye out, kid?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
A Christmas
Story? Christmas Story. So that one has become a classic, but if you go and watch the movie,
not that great of a
it's
movie.
Not like but it's a classic, and it's like you watch it because it's Christmas and all that, but it's not like this deep, amazing movie. It's like a kid, a kid's story of like when he was a kid, and it's like a weird story, and this is kind of the same thing. It has like some weird magic, and like it can definitely be
a bad
fun.
Movie.
It's definitely funnier if you're younger. I feel it doesn't have a lot of like adult jokes, and I don't mean like adult as in like inappropriate. I mean like smarter jokes.
Yeah,
I feel like kids.
It's very simple-minded.
Yeah, it's very simple-minded. That's why you like this so much.
I didn't love it. I thought it was okay. Like, I expected worse because, like I said,
You don't
I'm
like
not
Will
really
Ferrell,
a Will Ferrell fan.
Yeah.
I don't dislike him. I just don't tend to gravitate toward his movies. But
I like him, but I don't. I also feel the same way. Like, if I see him in a movie, I'm not like, oh, I gotta watch it because Will Ferrell in it. It's not like.
I legit can't remember
I don't
any
know.
other movie
Is
I've
there
ever
any
seen
actor
with him.
or actress that you're like, oh,
No,
it's probably gonna be good?
I really don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not like that with actors.
Me neither.
But anywho, I would say it was just okay. It was all right. I don't have anything.
Dude, we
got
to start rating these. Okay, starting next year, 2022, we're gonna start rating them.
Wait, do we only rate them like after we finish the whole show? If it's a show, I mean, movies are easy because it's like a one-shot deal.
Yeah, so I think.
But you have to rate a show as a whole.
Yeah, and I mean that makes sense,
and
right?
And if you DNF it, it's DNF.
That makes sense, right? Because like some of the books, like I feel like the series, I feel like you can rate the series as a whole and you can rate the individual books. But a book is more like a season of a show as opposed to an episode of a show.
Yeah.
An episode is like a couple chapters usually. So it's a little complicated, but maybe we'll figure it out. As this goes on, maybe we'll figure it out. But I would like to have like a record of like when we watch stuff and like what I know that this is a record here, but I think it would be fun to have a physical records are great.
I feel like Elf is one of those movies where like if you watched it when you were younger, it resonates with you more and it's more like a nostalgic thing.
Yeah.
I think I just missed that
Yeah.
window of time.
So I mean, if you haven't watched Elf, I mean, we didn't really spoil anything. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I won't watch it again for like at least like 10 or 20 years.
I don't think I would ever feel like I need to watch it
No, but
again.
like I think it would be fun to watch it with other people. Maybe. I feel like when other people are enjoying things, I enjoy things more too. Like if somebody's laughing, except for you, if anyone but you is laughing, I'm like, yeah, that is funny. Ha 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 ha.
Let's talk about this.
Ha 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 ha.
Last night, he gets so mad when I'm like laughing at something at night.
Well, here's the thing. It's like 11:30 at night.
It was hilarious.
I'm starting to calm down and like, just like relax. I'm about to like take a nap for the rest of the night. A long nap, and then all I hear is
dude, I was legit
dude, there was one
crying.
time you laughed for like I don't even know.
It was like 5 minutes.
It was like
and you yelled
5
at me
minutes.
For like,
I was like, okay, and I don't even yell at you. I'm just like, okay, Meek, we can stop now. It's enough.
like stop being bitter and grumpy.
It's like when your kids,
was hilarious.
when like your kids are like.
I offered to show it to you, but you're like, no, I'm gonna be grumpy.
I was. First of all, I wanted to go to sleep. I was literally just watching some stuff to calm myself down and I worked all day. I just wanted to chill, okay? And I had to deal with this cackling to my right. Cackling for 5 minutes straight. And then after that, it was every 30 seconds, okay?
Because I would remember. Oh, it's so funny.
It was basically that the whole time.
It's true. Going on to more, what are you pointing at?
Beautiful.
I don't get it.
I was calling you beautiful, Meek. Come on.
That's weird.
I was actually gonna say something. This was my shut up finger.
Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Going on to more older stuff. We've been kind of making our way through the Marvel movies, through chronological?
Yeah, chronological.
Like their
timeline order.
Like Disney Plus has.
Yeah.
And we're on Winter Soldier. I'm gonna be honest, like Captain America is not my favorite.
But the movies, the fighting, and it's so good, dude. The next one you'll like, though.
I just find
the next
boring.
one you'll like because it's basically an Avengers movie. Remember.
So, I've watched all of these movies previous. Here's a little bit of my background.
The past 20 years, you've watched all of these movies. That is correct.
You know the background of all of these Marvel characters better than I do. Besides these movies, I know zero. Besides what he tells me while we're watching them.
So I don't know from comics, but I do watch a lot of comic YouTubers that like do like the breakdown of the story. So I don't know all the nitty gritty, but I did watch a lot of the cartoons.
I'm just saying you know more than me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying where my thing comes from.
Sometimes you'll tell me things, and basically all of my Marvel knowledge is from the movies and you.
Oh, thanks, Meek.
I don't know. They're good. I find them like
Wait,
good,
what are good?
And all of them as a whole, like they're good, entertaining movies. But I tend to not remember a lot. So like we'll be watching some of the newer stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember this, this, and that from this old movie," and I'm like, "No."
Yeah, because like that's what makes the Marvel Cinematic Universe great is like the fact that they're not all linked, but there'll be like little references, little Easter eggs, and that's like that makes me feel good. You know, that like nostalgia of like, oh,
they do it really
I
well.
remember when they mentioned that.
They bring all the stories together. But I just don't remember all the story. I have too much in my mind that I have to remember, that I can't remember even books. I can't remember little things from everything.
If you think about it, the cinematic universe, the Marvel MCU is the only thing that does that. There's no other like movie series that has been 20 movies in the making. Well, even DC eps it up all the time.
They like change every movie is like a redo.
I really want to like the DC stuff. Like now we're getting on a rant
Joker
about.
Was good.
Yeah, but it wasn't it wasn't in the DCU.
Oh, anywho.
Yeah, so
that's a whole other tangent.
So it wasn't in the DCU, anywho, but it was good as a standalone movie. Yeah,
it was great.
But now the Pattinson,
we watched it twice, which is saying something.
The Pattinson movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks like a redo though.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's like Batman Year 2.
It's like every single time. Can you imagine 5 Iron Man redo movies? That's so boring. To me, it's just like the same story over and over and over.
We've had 3 Spider-Man. Speaking of which, there's going to be 3 Spider-Man in the new movie.
So maybe we could talk about stuff we're looking forward to at the end.
We got off topic. We're all the way at Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So next movie is Guardians 1 and 2.
I like those. Those are good.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun movies.
I like funny.
They're funny movies as well. Yeah, like
I feel like Marvel does that really well though. They add humor into everything.
Some people hate it.
What? I like that.
Yeah. Some people
They did that to Star Wars too, and people hated that.
Yeah, they did the whole Marvel thing with Star Wars. Yeah. So people hated on that.
Some humor.
But like it's expected in a Marvel movie, so it's like, but it's not expected in a Star Wars movie. I think that was that was the big issue. Some people like just hate the Marvel humor. They think it's stupid, but you got to realize they're trying to appeal to the biggest audience possible because they're trying to make bank.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, we stopped that movie. So we watched the first half legit 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. And it was like we were past half.
And then we were like trying to fall asleep the other night and I couldn't fall asleep and we were just like, I was like, look, just put on anything. I can't fall asleep. And he's like, Winter Soldier it is. So he turns it on. This is basically the only way he can get me to watch Marvel stuff.
Well, no.
Not that I dislike it. That is true.
Anything. Like especially anything new that we haven't already started, it's even harder to get you. And then sometimes we'll watch like 3 episodes and you're like, okay, I don't want to watch that anymore. Yeah, and then like a month later, I'm like, hey, you want to go?
But some movies is like the opposite, or shows like Squid Games. I couldn't stop watching that. I loved it.
Just because it was like that game show type thing. So
I love Squid Games.
I can't wait for it. I really like Winter Soldier. I thought it was a cool thing. I remember the first time you watched it, I didn't tell you about the big reveal thing. And like I was just so excited because I already knew about it. But you were like, wait, what? And I was just like, yeah, it's.
And then you made me feel dumb because like we're watching it the other night and I was like, oh, that's so and so. You're like, who?
I was
like, wait, am I remembering?
I was like, who's that? And then I'm like, oh my God, it is him.
Anyway, so we just finished that. It was all right. It's good. I just don't love the Captain America movies.
What would you rate it?
They gave it
Wait a second. What would you rate Elf?
Like a 5 out of 10.
Oh, so a 3.
Oh wait, we're doing 1 through 5, so maybe 3.
Why would we change our scaling? Like technically, our scale is it's 1. It's a 10. It's a 10 scale.
Yeah, but it's
plus
1 to 5.
It's 1 to 5. So it's technically a 9 scale because it's 1. We don't have a 0.5.
Yeah.
If it's 1, what's the point of a 5? Ha! You see what I did there?
This was probably
Elf was a 3. Okay, that's
maybe this is like a 3.5.
Wait a minute. You're saying if Elf is a 3, this is a only
all right,
0.5.
this is a 4.
Better? Okay, that's a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't love Captain America. Like, his whole thing, he's just so serious and like.
He's not serious. He's what's it?
Patriotic.
That's what I was gonna say.
Jinx again.
Patriotic. I would give it also like a 3.5, 4.
So what'd you give Elf?
For Captain America? Like a 2.
If we're going based on age, we could kind of talk about Cowboy Bebop, sort of, because like technically, so I am one of those fake Bebop fans where I started with the new live action. I have never seen. We only saw episode 1 of the old show.
At that point,
you've seen more of it.
I've seen most of it, but not in order because I watched it back when it was on Adult Swim and it was on late. It wasn't like the Adult Swim now, where I think Adult Swim isn't even like, is it a channel? I think it may even be a channel now. Just like
I have no
Adult
idea.
Swim may just be a channel. I don't know if it's even part of like Cartoon Network anymore. Like fully just on the Cartoon Network channel. But yeah, I watched it back in the day. Like what's it? Death Note, where I missed probably 10 episodes here and there, caught half of it because it was on TV, and it was hard to watch stuff back then, especially when you had school and you had to stay up till 1 o'clock. That was hard back in the day. Now I can stay up till 1, no problem, but and wake up early, but yeah.
So I've never watched it. The only thing I've ever watched was episode 1, but I really enjoyed the live action. Is that an unpopular opinion?
That is a hot take, I think, because
is that unpopular?
Because people are hating on it. It has really bad reviews on everything, but I don't know. I also agree. I went in expecting what I got, and I got what I expected. It's. I
feel like certain things. So to back it up a little bit, since we watched all of the live action, we've gone back and started watching the cartoon, and I don't know the anime. Excuse me, I don't know what episode we're on.
We're on 6 or 7.
Yeah, so and it's. I mean, some parts of it are pretty legit. They added. You could tell that they added some things. They changed around the storyline, for example, behind the dog and how that whole thing came to be. And I don't. Does Jet have a kid?
No.
In the show? No. I mean, or in the anime?
They humanized them more in the thing. By the way, though, the actor that plays Jet in the show is amazing.
Yeah, he does
I feel
a good job.
He is the best out of all the 3 portrayals.
All of the
I do too, but I think he's the best.
Yeah,
him and the dog. Is. The dog's pretty good too. He legit. Also, people are hating on Ed. I think she did a great job.
Oh, I think she was in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds, but I think from what I saw, I really hope the show gets another season.
I can't judge it because I've never seen Ed in the.
You'll see soon.
Anime.
It's still a cartoon, Meek.
I know, but people get all hurt
about it. Anyway, you should watch it in dubbed because sub is for losers.
Oh no.
Just all I'm saying. But wait, hold on. I did not dislike the show, but I also went in with my expectations of an anime show. And then I really liked that they took chances with the weirdness of it. They really doubled down on a lot of the anime stuff. Too many Dutch angles a little bit. That's when the camera's slightly tilted.
I never noticed that stuff ever.
That was weird. I was just why is every angle? But I think it's because they were trying to do some edgy anime stuff.
Based on what I've seen of the anime though, they've done a pretty decent job. So I don't get why people are hating so much. But I don't know. I clearly must have enjoyed it because we watched the whole thing. That's saying something.
Yeah. It was only 10 episodes, I think, though. But I also really liked it.
Usually I draw things out.
I feel if you don't really like anime, or if you really like anime,
you're not gonna like it.
You may not like it. I think it's one or the other. If you're I like anime, but I don't watch all that crap anime that 90% of weebs do. You know what I mean? Just all the dumb, what is it called? Harem, all the harem stuff, that people love to watch. So if you're one of those people, you may not like it because you want to see, you're probably also one of the people that watch sub as opposed to dub. I feel if you're a dub watcher, you'll probably like Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know if I would go that far.
What did your sister think of it?
She didn't watch it yet.
What? It's like their favorite show, her and her husband.
They're probably going to hate it because
they watch sub.
That has nothing to do with it.
It does. It's a certain type of person that watches
I like watching sub stuff because I like learning Japanese and kind of like piecing together. Like, that's why I like it.
So if you had a choice to watch, let's say, Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball or any other anime that we've watched, would you prefer? No. It doesn't depend. Answer the question.
Those old shows.
Okay, any new show. If we're gonna
factor.
If we're gonna start a new show,
probably because I'm lazy dubbed.
Okay.
But I like learning. So therefore, I like hearing the Japanese and kind of picking up what they're saying.
So therefore, your whole argument is bull.
Anyway.
Tell me I'm wrong, though. Like, you just said, oh, it depends. Sometimes I like to watch it.
Because, like, if something is nostalgic and I originally watched it in Japanese, I like it in Japanese.
So if we watched like Death Note, you would prefer to watch it in Japanese?
Probably,
are you kidding me?
It's nostalgic.
Are you kidding me, bro? Do I need to call my
Alchemist,
lawyer?
Though, like, I did watch that in Japanese first, and I like the English version.
Oh, do you? Guess what? Because you speak English, not Japanese.
OMG.
Anyway, I liked Cowboy Bebop. I'd probably give it like
I'd give it a 4 at least.
As an anime show, I'd give it a 5. As a regular show, I'd probably give it a 3. So I'm going to give it a 4. You see what I'm saying, though, right? Because, like, you need to judge anime shows a little bit differently.
Oops.
Because people
are over the top when they act and stuff. They make it anime. And, like, people don't act like that normally. Yeah.
And, I mean, the story was fine. I think they did a fine job. There were parts where they could have said it a lot easier. Like I saw a couple reviews of it where they were showing, like, the same scene from both things. And in the anime, it took, like, 5 seconds to get the point across. In the show, it took a minute to say the same thing. But also, I feel like sometimes, even recently watching the anime, I feel like it's a lot. Things are missing sometimes. I'm like, why is this character doing this? Okay, I guess I just have to make up my own reason for why he decided to act like this, because I'm not getting enough dialogue. Maybe that's why I always think that Spike doesn't talk a lot, because when we started watching the show, I was like, Spike's talking too much. This is too much Spike. Like, and then we watch the show and, like, he does talk more.
He talks,
but he doesn't have a full conversation with anyone.
He's not as funny, I think, in the anime. Like, in the movie, they make him kind of comedic. I like that. I don't know. I really liked the humor in it.
I thought it was. I
liked it.
I liked it too.
Me.
I think the show right now has a lot of potential. The anime has a lot of potential for being, like, I don't remember a lot of it, so it's one of those things where, like, I remembered certain things that happened in the show. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this happening.
I will say, I hate the music.
Oh yeah, the jazz.
I'm just not a jazz fan. I don't understand it. If it's for you, I'm sorry, but, like, jazz just seems so chaotic and random, and I need, like, actual tune.
So if you were to go to try to watch Cowboy Bebop, the show,
which one? The anime?
The show, not the anime. Yeah.
Keep a little open-minded.
Yeah, just, like, understand. It's like it doesn't take itself seriously. I feel there are serious moments, but I feel like it still has that anime vibe.
Bring it into the year 2021.
Actually, it takes place in the future, so it's even they have to bring it back.
I mean, the storytelling.
They have to bring it back. But yeah, I thought all the actors were really good. I didn't have any issues with any of them. Even Vicious, I liked that guy. I thought he was, like,
he's pretty cool.
He had the, like, when he was like, Matt, did I just spit on you? How did I spit? I wasn't even, like, talking.
You're being vicious.
It's right there.
No, he did a fine job.
And he had your hair.
Yeah.
So it was like
our hair was, like, exact.
Yeah, like, I looked over at you sometimes and I was like, oh my, I thought he was in the room with me. Oh no.
No, he was fine.
So yeah, definitely I would say go check it out.
Julia.
It's pretty fun. Oh, she was the worst.
She was, I mean,
she's not a big part of
the
anime.
But, like, her character was okay. I couldn't stop looking at her lips, though.
Yeah.
Her fake lips.
I thought that was a little too much.
Look, I am all about plastic surgery and stuff like that. If that's what you want to do, I'm cool with it. I'm going to probably get a facelift when I'm 70. But, like...
70? Why?
I don't know. Just my year.
When I get
Just
70,
now?
when I get 70, I plan on just dying.
All right, when I'm 60.
There you go.
Anyway,
I was like, what's the point of getting a
I
facelift
love
when you're
plastic
70?
surgery. I think the stuff they could do with injections is amazing, but like when you go overboard, it looks silly.
Yeah.
And her lips just look silly to me, so like the whole time I'm just looking at her lips.
That's not a permanent thing, right? That
No,
just
it
wears
disappears.
off. Yeah.
Or over like 9 months to 12 months, like yeah.
They can
eventually.
dissolve it probably
They can. There's a stuff, but she obviously likes it like that. I mean, and some people like
some
big
people
lips.
are attracted to that, but the problem is that it doesn't look like
Natural at all.
Yeah,
You didn't even notice it at first, and then I was like, "How can
because
you not
I don't look at
notice
people's
it?"
mouths. I look at their eyes when they're talking.
Yeah, and her eyes are pretty. So
Like
I
right
mean,
now, I'm looking at your eyes. I'm not looking down at your mouth. You know what I mean? Like that's
I
just
guess I
to me
focus on
that's
people's
weird.
mouths.
Like looking at people's mouths. Like
Don't
like
look at
the
me.
the eye is the portal to the soul or whatever doorway. What is it? What's it saying? You know what I'm saying, right?
All right, let's go on.
Critical Role, baby. So recently, it just came back with season 3.
Is it technically season 3 or 4?
Well, it's campaign 3.
Okay. What did they call the last one?
Campaign 2.
No, the in between one with what's her face.
That was like a special, like a
No.
yeah. You're talking
didn't
about
really
that.
love
Yeah,
that one.
It's not Mercer's campaign, so therefore, no, I'm saying it wasn't Mercer's campaign, so therefore it wasn't campaign 3. Is the point?
I'm pretty
of it.
sure if you look online though, they were calling it campaign 3 at the time.
No, there's no way.
Anyway.
There's no way. Okay.
Actual campaign 3.
So let's talk about our like D&D stuff. Okay, so we are fans of D&D. We really like D&D. We've been playing for the past couple of years. Luckily or unluckily, we weren't able to get into it sooner because we didn't have any friends that played. We didn't know how to play. But then a couple of years ago, we met somebody that knew how to play, and they kind of taught us. He DM'd for us for a while. We played for a year and a bit. We finished the campaign, and then COVID hit. So then we stopped everything, and then eventually now we play online with a few patrons, and that's where we're at. So we at the same time we got into Critical Role, which was still in season 2, or campaign 2, and we were already super behind. So we like tried to start watching it. We got to like episode 6. Each episode is like 4 hours long. So if you guys don't know about Critical Role, it's a group of nerdy D&D or nerdy voice actors that do amazing characters, and D&D is great. And so season 2 I think was like the big one that like really pushed, or campaign 2 really pushed, I think, D&D. And I think if it wasn't for Critical Role, D&D wouldn't be where it's at right now.
No, absolutely.
There's no freaking way, because like Critical Role just like
and I really think
brought D&D back.
There's some characters from season 2 or whatever,
Campaign 2
that were so amazing that I feel like campaign 3 isn't holding up as much right now.
I agree.
And potential spoilers, they kill off one of the characters in like episode 2.
2 or 3, yeah.
2. And I'm like, they were the best character, like legitimately the best character. So we're essentially on the newest episode.
Yes, the one that just came out.
We haven't watched it yet.
A couple days ago.
Oops.
So that's episode 6.
5, I think.
I think it's 6. 5.
They skipped a week.
I know. Whatever.
Anyway,
it doesn't matter. When you guys get this, it'll probably be another episode at that point. I think they're only doing 3 episodes a month now, so it makes it a little bit easier to try to catch up. And basically, we'll watch like a couple of, like an hour maybe one night, and then like a random other night we have a little bit of time. We're like, oh, you want to play D&D or watch D&D? So
a lot of times
it's funny that we
like,
just call it D&D though. We don't even call it Critical Role. It's like, you want to watch D&D? Like that's the only. There's obviously a bunch of other games out there, but we're trying to stick to this one because like it's a cool.
Hard enough keeping up with one.
Yeah, but it's also like a cool thing to be a part of. I like the community. I think it's cool, and I just like being a part of the zeitgeist, like being a part of that, like, oh, the new thing came out. Can you believe that happened? We don't have anybody to talk to except for you guys. So if you guys go to check it out, it's still the beginning of the campaign, basically.
It'll take you a little while to catch up.
You can definitely watch. I'm sure you're watching this video. You have plenty of time to do other things. Go check out Critical Role. I mean, I don't need to tell anybody to do that. No. They have enough millions and millions of views.
But I feel like this season, I'm not loving it as much.
Agreed.
Some of the characters, like Ashley's character, I'm really liking more than her last character.
Yep.
Even Marisha's character, I'm liking more.
I like Dorian.
He's good. I like him as like just a guy. Like he seems like a nice guy.
What do you mean as a guy?
Oh, stop.
You like him as a guy? You can't say you like him as a guy.
Okay.
I like Ashley as a guy.
Okay.
Well, how does that make you feel?
Fine.
All right.
He's a good addition, I think, to the show. I would even
agree.
like if they brought back Amy and like Opal and
they will. They will. She'll come back. She
was good. But essentially.
Also, Matt, I really hope they bring back Dariax.
Dariax.
Like, I would love to see them just meet up with him randomly, and he plays.
Who's gonna DM though?
Well, no, he would play his character. Like, and maybe he just gives him some information, and then has to go somewhere, or whatever.
I do like how they integrated that, like in between, like mini series, like the characters. Like spilled over some of the characters into campaign 3. I liked that because you already knew some of them.
Yeah.
And I think Ashley's character got even more funny.
Yeah.
Fern.
She's a fawn. She is a fawn, basically.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. I'm really sad that character died because he was the best.
And he hasn't been back. Oh, we just gave it away. That it's a guy. They haven't been back for like 2 episodes that we know of. I don't know if they came back in the new one. No, I don't mean the character. I mean the actor.
Oh.
The actor that's playing him. Like we haven't even seen his new character yet. Like, what's gonna happen there? But maybe it was planned. I'm suspicious. I have my like doubts here. Maybe.
But then I feel like he should have had a less great character to kill off.
But also, like, maybe they should have like done it more. Like, I feel like it was kind of cheap, like the way it happened. Like, he had no defense, basically.
Yeah.
He just got like, attacked.
I don't know.
It was kind of out of the blue, and I was just like this. Is this fair to the player? Like, I feel like if I did that to you guys,
I would be pissed.
But the thing is, like, they did piss somebody off, and then he got super drunk and then went wandering in the road. So maybe the guy was following them, and that's how Matt like justified that. Unless, again, they planned on getting rid of him.
Matt does seem like a very fair DM. Like, he really does. He doesn't seem like he is prejudiced against any of the players, and he doesn't like...
Well, I hope not.
No, you know what I mean, though. Like, he doesn't favor anyone. Like, he plays fairly. He really does. But, like, if your character makes a decision and he retaliates, he explains exactly why. And people accept it because it's fair.
Well, also, they should accept what the DM says anyway. Because the DM has information that the players don't have. And sometimes if the DM gives you too much information, you just need to trust your DM. Like, that's the biggest thing, right? You need to trust your DM. And as long as, and if you have a problem, talk to them after. Don't do it like during the thing, unless it's something like, wait a minute, did you forget that I also have this ability? And it's like, oh shoot, yeah, I didn't. You know what I mean? If it's something like that, like that doesn't make sense. But like sometimes it's like I said, maybe that guy was following them. Maybe he was spying on them from outside when they were in that inn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then when he left, he's like, this is my chance. I'm gonna take this guy out. And he's drunk, so he won't be able to fight back. Maybe that was the plan the whole time. He was looking for an opportunity. But also maybe the plan was, we need to get rid of this character because I want to make a new character now. We have too many fighters or something like that. You know what I mean? I do like that, like, almost none of them have dark vision, which is like, makes the game so much more fun. You got to pull out a sword that glows or like a lantern. His moon touch scimitar, which just sounds cool. Moon touched anything.
Who has that? Dorian?
Dorian, yeah.
Yeah? Midnight Mass.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was so boring. So boring. I found it so boring.
So this was made... Did you look up who produced or directed it? Was it
Mike Flanagan?
Was it Flanagan? Yeah, so we love... This is basically the third of his Netflix shows. The first was Haunting of Hill House, which we recently watched around Halloween. It's kind of like our thing now to watch those. And then there's The Haunting of Bly Manor. And then now there's Midnight Mass, which I really liked Midnight Mass when things happened. But I didn't love how much exposition there was and how much, like, I guess you could say character development. It was like, it was too much talking, too much.
And it was so slow.
That's the thing.
So
Like, there would be
slow.
moments where it would be like 20 minutes
And
of the episode.
conversations were just boring. It's like, okay, how are you going to die? What happens to you when you die?
And then literally I go into describing what all of my cells
10 minutes.
It was. And then they've switched. And then she started talking about how she was gonna die and what was gonna happen when she died.
It was so boring.
We fast forwarded through it.
Yeah,
I was just
so
like, I'm not
boring.
listening to this, Meek. We listened to his whole thing. I don't want to listen to hers too.
Then I don't feel like any of those long stories or any of those long periods of time like ever led up to anything.
So they did, but it was like one little part of it. It would be like 2 minutes of it.
It wasn't worth the wait.
No, it wasn't. That's my gripe with it too. But I liked the lore and I liked.
And for
the
also,
things.
I mean, maybe if you are religious and you
probably won't like it.
No, what I'm saying is like, I know zero about religion and like organized religion or whatever. I don't even know what religion that was. Catholic?
I don't know.
So I know zero about religion. So for me, I didn't resonate with any of those parts. I didn't understand any of those parts. And there were a lot of those parts. So it was way overkill for me. Like way, way, way too much. It was just too much religious stuff.
It's too close.
So anyway, I found 90% of it boring, I would say. Maybe like 85. Because they had a story. The story was a little predictable. I mean, you predicted it after like 3 episodes. And then everyone on our Discord was like, nah, you didn't predict it. Just wait, just wait, just wait. And then I kept waiting. And it's like, no, it was legit what you said, like, on episode 3. Like, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. I would give that show a 2.
It's worse than Elf.
Yes. Because I was never bored during Elf. It just wasn't that great. I legit did jigsaw puzzles the whole time we watched Midnight Mass because I was so bored.
So like I really liked the supernatural parts of it. I thought those were really good.
Could have been better.
I think it could have been like, let's say it was 10 episodes. I think it could have been shortened down to 5.
4.
Okay, you just always have to one up me, huh? I don't know. I liked it. I think it could have been a lot shorter, but I think the story was cool. Like the actual story.
I liked the ending.
I think there was a lot of really cool developments between all of the characters. There's a lot of characters. And there was one character that I really hated, but you were supposed to hate her.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be hated a lot, and she was.
I feel like it had a lot of topics that I don't genuinely like enjoy watching in movies. Like talking about religion, talking about like deep, heavy topics. And there was a lot of that in there. And like, to me, it's just not entertaining and like enjoyable for me. So it was just boring.
Yeah. Religion is, I don't mind having it and stuff. I think it was done really well in this because, it was like blindless faith, that basically happened.
I get it, but it was just too much.
I don't think so. I think that the story was.
So what'd you give it?
I'd give it like a 3.5 to 4. I'm somewhere in the middle there because it's like a show. So there were episodes that were really good toward the end. I feel like the climax was really good and cool stuff happened, but there was less talking toward the end. But like the middle was definitely could have been trimmed. What's happening to my voice? Is it Jake Christoph again?
I was gonna just say that.
So I mean, we don't really have much to say about it because like the more we say, the more it gets spoiled. But I think if you like supernatural stuff,
I mean, look, everyone else on our Discord liked it, that watched it. So I'm clearly
like they loved it, like they thought it was so good. They think it was better than like Haunting the Hill House.
I have no idea.
Or Bly Manor, because Bly Manor was like my second favorite, and then this would be like out of those 3, this is like if Haunting the Hill House is like a star, which I think it is. Bly Manor would be like a 4, 4.5, and this would be like a 3 or 3.5, 4. It's.
I want him to go back to the old way of telling stories.
with less
Even
talking.
Bly Manor had more talking
But
and
here,
stuff,
look.
which is like why I think we didn't like it as much. It was more like character talk, like what happened with the chick, and she kept saying the same thing over and over, and it was like very repetitive. Like, I don't like that type of thing.
So what I liked about it is that it's something new. It was different. So like whatever next show, hopefully the show did well, and whatever next show he makes, it'll be different again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he experiments and does different things. Like Haunting at Hill House, we had never seen anything like that. Bly Manor was like kind of similar. It had similar lore, like similar ideas, where it was definitely the same universe, which I think would be kind of cool if all of these were set in the same universe, like in the same world. You know, like he's creating a what's his name again?
Brandon Sanderson, like a
No, what's the director's name?
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah. Like
I
a
thought you were talking about, like, the
Flanagan verse.
Cosmere.
He's making a Flanagan verse. You know what I mean? I think that would be really cool. Like the next one comes out and it's like maybe there could be a crossover, like a little like, you know, Easter egg in there. I think that would be cool. I don't know if they actually are in the same universe, but I liked it. And it takes place like on a secluded island, basically, like an island of a very small town. You basically meet like 90% of the people that live there, not literally, but you meet like all the important people that live in this thing.
They make you think, and the feel of it makes you feel like you met everyone in the town.
Yeah, and it's a very small like neighborhood, like a fishing island, basically, where they fish, they sell it to the shore, to the mainland. And it's a very secluded, and it's kind of scary that, you know, like they
well, that's what made
they
it
have
scary.
they have a limited connection to the real world, I guess you could say.
All right, on to a better note, in my opinion, Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye, the show that you were like, this looks stupid.
It did look stupid.
Everything I showed you looks stupid.
That the trailer does not do that show
The trailer
justice.
shows exactly what the show is like.
The trailer makes it look way dumber.
No, it doesn't. It makes it look exactly the way it is, and that's exactly
Because I saw that
what
trailer
we got.
and I was like, you're gonna make me watch this.
If you don't want to watch it, I don't care. I'll watch it by myself
It is really
because
good,
it's
though.
good.
I like it. It's probably one of my favorite shows from Marvel.
Disney Plus Marvel shows.
Yeah. Because I really didn't love the last one. What was the last one?
Oh, the What If?
Well, that I don't really like. But what's the other one?
That was the last one.
No, the one before that with the live people.
There was Loki. You didn't like Loki?
Loki was good, but
You
it was,
didn't like Loki?
I did, but I
Bro.
expected a bit more. What was the one? I'm
They
missing
literally like spoilers about Loki. Here they come. Go watch it and then come back. They literally broke the timeline. They broke everything. You understand that, right? Now there can be multiple Spider-Man in the new thing because
No, I guess I didn't get
because they
that.
broke that. There isn't just one timeline now. There is all of these diverging timelines.
It was good. I liked it, but it wasn't. I think I actually like the feel of this one better.
But it was Loki, WandaVision.
I like the cranky,
What are we missing? I feel like we're
grumpy
missing
man, which is Hawkeye. I like the young girl that's kind of like the pep, and she's like, you know, kind of innocent, but like I like her character. I feel like she's very like rounded and
I like her
fleshed out.
outfits, like that like suit that she had.
Yeah.
That was dope. I was like, cool. They're not like sexing
But I
her
like
up.
their interactions and like their connection. Like I feel like it's really well done, and that's what makes the show.
This last episode too, like I feel like the first two episodes, there was all intro, and if you weren't already into the show or into the characters, I feel like people may not enjoy it as much. But the third episode, I think, was like where the show is going. I think there's only going to be like 6 episodes or something. I don't think it's going to be 10. I think a lot of the Disney Marvel stuff is like that.
What show are we missing?
I don't know. I feel like we're missing something.
We're definitely missing one that I didn't love. I liked WandaVision. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did like it.
WandaVision was great. Oh, Winter Soldier and Hawkeye
again, I don't like
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I just don't like Captain America stuff for some reason. Like in Winter Soldier, he's from Captain America. I granted I liked their characters and they were good together, but it still wasn't the best show for me.
All right, so while we're actually talking about this, we did watch 2 other Marvel movies that I want to talk about. Black Widow.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, that was better than
that
I
was
thought,
so
too.
good. I was so surprised. I was like, ugh, this is gonna be dumb. It's some new character. You know, like when you're like you have your favorites and you're like, ugh.
I liked that movie way more than I thought I was going to.
Me too. And Awkwafina was super funny. I didn't think she was gonna be that funny.
Who?
His best friend.
Oh yeah, no, she was good.
I like how she walks.
Yep.
She walks funny.
I like her as an actor.
Yeah, she's. I watched that other show too.
I just remember her from Raya.
Oh yeah. I watch what is it? Nora of Queens. It's a good show. You guys should check that out.
She's a good character, good person, a good actress. There you go.
There you go. But yeah, Shang-Chi was really good.
That one was good. It was way better than I was expecting.
Me too. Yeah.
And I just like
the Asian
lore.
Yeah.
They have some cool like enemies and like creatures.
The creatures were cool.
Lore that goes like into their like I just love like Chinese, Japanese like lore. Like I just love it. They have some really cool stuff.
Dude, we're missing a movie.
What?
Eternals. We never watched it.
Oh, I thought you meant talking. What
that
was
we
the
watched?
other one you mentioned?
Widow.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. It wasn't great, but
yeah,
I liked.
It's like a 3. It's a generic Marvel movie.
I liked it better than I thought I would, and it has a dope song. They redid. I forget the artist, but they redid "Smells Like Teen Spirit" from Nirvana. Awesome.
Teen Spirit does not smell good.
All right, we're almost at the end. Oh, this one shouldn't take us long. We only watched 1 episode. Hellbound.
I think it seems interesting. The acting is a little weird, but so was Squid Games. Some of the acting was a little like over the top, but I think it loses part of its thing in translation. You know, it depends on we're not watching it in whatever the native language. So just like Squid Games, like things lose.
But Squid Games, I was like hooked from episode 1.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is like I'm just talking about the acting. Like some of the acting kind of loses its thing because they're trying to match some mouth like movements and also get the point across. So it's not just translation. Like so, if you are watching something on Netflix or usually any other thing and it is dubbed, if you leave the subtitles on and the dub, you'll notice that it is different because they need to try to match the mouths a little bit. And then also syllables. I feel like it's a lot of times it's syllables to like get it across in this many words as opposed to this many syllables that also do this thing, and then your mouth doesn't the character's mouth isn't moving. And I think that's back in the day they didn't do that. They would just translate it, and that's why they kept moving their mouths after they finished. I'm
not gonna lie.
It's an art. I feel like doing that.
Absolutely. I don't really remember much about the first episode.
There was some crazy monster Hulk black.
Oh, I do remember now.
Like demon things.
Yeah.
And they like just annihilated this guy.
The whole point of the show is like if you are bad, you will be told when you're gonna die, and then this thing from hell like comes and kills you. But
is it if you're bad?
Well, that's just
we don't know, right? We don't know if it's all bad people.
I don't know.
Or whatever.
Like I'll continue to like watch it with you.
I feel like it's falling under that like that category of like, oh, what's it called? Did really good. Maybe we should try to push this because Netflix, fun fact, those like recommend or those top 10 things, they're not always like what people are watching. They have control over that. They could push shows if they want, if they think people are going to like be interested in it. So all those things, all those recommendations are always like calculated and algorithmically like suggested to you. Like this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed us talking for about an hour. We plan on doing more things like this. we're going to continue to watch that stuff. We're going to take some more notes and stuff and try to be a little bit more informed. This was just our first, we came up with this recently and we're just like, hey, let's just do a podcast style thing. And that's kind of what this is. It's just kind of like a podcast. And maybe in the future we'll do more of this, or maybe like combine it with some just us talking about general stuff, you know, like our house project. And yesterday I spent the whole day installing a garage door opener. And that was fun. Literally all day. Like it was like from 12 to like 11 that I was downstairs working on that thing.
Better than us paying someone to
But
do
I had to paint I had to install a wall.
True.
I did good, guys. I did good. Anyway, I have to use the bathroom. I have to pee really bad.
I'm shocked it took you this long.
I realized we're ending, so my body's like, okay, buddy, you can use the bathroom now. I don't know why my body has that accent, but that's the accent that my body has when it talks to me. It's like, okay, buddy.
All right. We're going to go now.
No, thanks for watching, guys. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us on Discord or Patreon, you can join the Discord if you join the Patreon. And then also you can become a channel member and get some little add-on things there. You also get access to early videos if you are a channel member. And if you are on Patreon and you're a certain level, you'll also get a thing there. So thank you guys for watching, and say bye, Meek.
Bye, me.
Bye.